Well, you're here now, so you went through that, and so it's always a new moment. You see, it's life is always new now. There's always a new moment. So, yeah, we sing to new you, we do all these things, but realistically, the sun is shining. It's a new moment, and yeah, face it. Face everything that you went through, the feelings, this or that, the desires. You wanted this, you wanted that, you didn't get it. Face it all and then compare it with the sun shining and see you have the awareness. It's more than just deciding, but it's seeing. What do you see? You see? From
Yes.
what do you see? And so, what do you really want? You see? What do you really want? You see? And you can see it. That's the
I
best
want
part. Yeah, and just keep it simple. In other words, just I set it up. Your mind makes up many different ways to do things, and that's fine. You learn from that. Just like making your dinner, or creating the place you live, or whatever. You do it many different ways, and then you change it, and whatever. And so, keep in mind you're always young at this. So you're like a little child starting out. And see, we've been taught to think that we know something. Well, we know what to do here basically to survive. Okay, that's the physical part. But the real awareness is always young. And we're always seeing more. You see? We can say learning, but that's really for the personal self. But really, what it is, the fun part is just seeing. And when you don't even have to see the sun in the sky, but that's good too. But just imagine it, because that's like the is. It's like a giant sun. And when you compare the two, just take just what you shared right now. Just take all of that and just don't touch it. Just compare that to the sun shining, and then you can just watch it melt away, because the sun will melt it away if you're willing to surrender it, if you're willing to just give it up, and see what's next. What will life show you? You see, that's the fun part. You compare the two, and then if you're willing to give it up, you just give it up and watch it melt away like ice in the sun if you want it to. And eventually you realize, you know what? I don't want anything. I just want to be like the is. I just want to be the sun shining and go around and see who wants to wake up. Yeah, that's the adventure. We're on the adventure of, figuring out how do we share these references to get others to wake up. And then that takes our full time in our life. See, that's what Rebazar and the Real Guides do. And we look to them, and eventually we're just like them. We're the shining sun. You see, that's the fun part. That takes up your whole life, but it takes time. Give yourself time. And so these things come up in my life too, little funny things, but I just use that game with my personal self in my mind, and I just watch it fade away because I really don't want it. You see, these are things that we have been taught to chase. Oh, I want happiness. I want love. I want people to like me. I want a new car. I want a new house. I want this. I want that. Okay. Yeah. So you're chasing these things, and you chase them. If you keep on doing that, you hold these things to you. And when you get old, you forget about them. You can't do it anymore. You're tired of chasing them, but you still got them within yourself because you created them. And that takes you into future lifetimes. You want to go through this again? Okay, or do you want to compare everything that you've been through and let it go? So you got to practice that. That's the big practice. Okay, that takes a lot. So that's why I suggest people get on the Skypes, because it takes a lot of rehearsing. This is the big movie set here, and we're rehearsing our part. That's all. And we're having fun doing it, and we're making sense of it, and we're helping others and whatever. So yeah, the world is weird. Paul called it the ash can of the universe, but that doesn't matter. I look for who's going to step up next. You people are wonderful and special, just to get your attention, to let you know that you can be okay. The fun part is now you know that you can always let the is have it and just watch it melt away. You see? And so the best part for me is to hear you and everyone else giggle and have fun with learning. And yes, it's very important for you to understand. It's just like going to school. You don't want to miss some days because you don't know what went on, and you've missed a whole lot. And listen to Kevin's experiences too. They're wonderful, and Jeremy's and others, and I do. And, share these and put them around because this world needs help. This world is dying. It's killing itself. Does that make sense? So, we are the few that have the awareness and we can step up and do our part. Yes, doing something, forgetting ourselves. And yes, have your romances or whatever, have fun. You'll learn a lot and be brave, step up to it. It's like whatever. And, again, that person is making their choice, so it's like fine. And I had the daughter and the former wife and girlfriends, and you know what? They don't want to do this, but I do, so it's like I just let them be. And it's like, bye. This is what I'm doing. So it's your life. You decide your adventure. But it's so cool that you're here, and it's just great because in the United States, you got a lot of knucklehead people that have all these attitudes because they've been fed lies. And we've all been fed lies around the world. So we're all people of the earth. I wrote a group on that, people of the earth. We're all people of the earth. So we're here to have fun, to share, and so it's all okay. Thank you.